my name is Carity and I'm going to share my SeneStory with you today. I am married to my high school sweetheart. We have 2 children and I'm an emergency room nurse. I work part-time, and then I'm also a forensic nurse. So I'm a sexual assault nurse examiner is what they call forensic nurses. And I will be on call 24/7 to go in and perform rape kits on patients, as well as go to court and testify as an expert witness. So that's kind of my story. I also do like acting and modeling and all that stuff on the side. I have for like 20 years now. So that was kind of my extra fun income whenever that comes about. But it's a lot of auditioning and a lot of extra time spent putting forth the effort to attend auditions and attend callbacks and all that stuff. So that's kind of my side job. My best friend for over 20 years is Jenny Buchanan, and so she started to sell lip scents. She'd been doing it for about 4 months, and then we had a trip scheduled to go see her, which our family does trips to go see each other for the past 15 years. And so I was going down to see her, and I'd see her on Facebook and Instagram posting her pictures of, you know, the lip scents not coming off and all that stuff. And I was impressed, but I was also like, it's just one of those things, you know, MLMs, and I was like, whatever. But it did impress me because I like wearing bright colors, and I know Jenny likes wearing bright colors, so it impressed me because she liked it and she kept doing it, because Jenny was kind of one of those people that would do something and then wouldn't keep doing it. And so when I saw that she kept doing it, I was like, wow, wonder what that's all about. But when I went down there, of course, I'm like, hey, I gotta try this lipstick. She had not said a word to me about it for 4 months. Probably because she knew I had been burned by a lot of people that are selling MLMs. You know, it was hard because I just felt like a lot of people's hearts were just ingenuine in that, and I would not talk to them for months, sometimes years, and all of a sudden get a message from someone on Facebook. I know you guys have all experienced this as well. It's not just me. And they'd be like, oh, I have you on my heart. Like, we need to meet up at a park for a play date, and I'm gonna bring this new stuff that I'm selling and you have to try some. And I was just like, you don't care about meeting me at a park. You just want me to go so I can buy some stuff from you. So it was always one of those things that I was like, I'm never gonna do that, never gonna touch that. Those people are just so ingenuine. So backtrack, I was in Texas visiting Jenny, and I wore it on day 1 because I'm skeptical. And I was like, I wore Kiss for a Cause, hot pink, and it stayed on. And I was like, okay, this thing worked. And I couldn't believe it. And so since I'm a skeptical person, I was like, Jenny, I'm gonna try it on day 2 to see if it like really works, or for some reason it just worked on the first time I ever tried it. So I wore blue red the next day, and I was like, holy cow, this stuff really works. And I had sent a video that I made of me doing this, and didn't come off, to my friends. And I sent it to 6 of my best friends. And every single one of them was like, oh my gosh, I wanna try some, I wanna try some. So I, of course, am calculating in my head, like, well, how much would I have to sell? Like, it's $55 to be a distributor. How much would I have to sell in order of kits in order to recoup what I would put in to make my first purchase? And so Jenny was talking to me a little bit about it, and I'm like, okay, so I gotta sell 7 kits to recoup my money, since I was gonna be ordering everything and getting it half off. So I was like, I have 6 people right here wanting to try it. Like, this is a no-brainer. But I'm still skeptical. I've never done anything like that again. So, you know, I went to bed that night, and I was laying on my phone, and I was looking at a devotional from a Christian speaker that I love following. And I remember it was like a picture of a mountaintop, and it was a woman standing on the mountaintop and looking over the edge. And it said, what are you not stepping out in faith doing? And you just need to take a step forward. And so I screenshot it to Jenny in the other room, and I texted it to her, and I'm like, I don't know if God's speaking to me about this, but I don't know. So I went to bed. The next morning, we're sitting in her living room, and she pulled up her commissions, and she'd only been doing it 4 months, and she pulled up her commissions, okay? And I was like, lipstick in 4 months? And I was like, okay. So for me, that honestly sold it for me. You know, you hear all the stories about people that have been, you know, either on welfare or paycheck to paycheck, and that's why they started MLM. That's not my story. We were, you know, had done Dave Ramsey. So financially, I wasn't looking for anything else part-time to fill what I was already doing. Like I said, I was a part-time nurse, part-time forensic sexual assault examiner, part-time with the acting stuff. So my table was full, and I was getting ready to start my master's program. So it was just full, and I didn't want to start anything, but I looked at that and I was like, what do I have to lose? I'll do it. And if I sell the 7 kits, then I'm not out any money, So she came up a couple weeks later and she did 3 launch parties for me, which was so awesome because she got to write that off on her business and we got to have more best friend time together. So that was amazing. And at the first launch party I had, I signed up my first downline, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm sure many of you guys have felt that way before, but I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So eventually from those launch parties, people wanted to book other parties, and then people wanted to do Facebook parties. And so it kind of happened really quick in the beginning for me. And, I started to build this team, and I was like starting to get commission checks on it. And I was like, wow. And I had not invested the time in learning too much about what the company was all about. I was just kind of writing whatever was happening in front of me. And it was fun, and it was something different. I love makeup, and I love lipstick. So I was like, this is just a combination of both of my worlds. So as time went on, they started to send you fast starts. So like if you got so much per month, they would send you all this stuff. They send me foundation. And for those of you that know me well, I had been trying for years to find a foundation. I had 5 in my makeup bag before SeneGence sent me one. They sent me one for free. I would have never tried it. And honestly, whenever they sent it, I was kind of like, okay, here's another foundation. And I didn't try it at first. And then I wore it one day, and I did the color correcting tinted moisturizer underneath, and then I did the foundation on top. And I was like, I think I found the foundation that I have been looking for in all these other companies, and I have not found what I was wanting. And I was like, okay, they have makeup too. Like I'd focused so much on the lips, I forgot like they had makeup. And I love makeup. And so I started to look through all their makeup and, like every single month kind of order a little bit for myself, and I fall in love. I just got an order yesterday that I have 3 new colors for my eyes, and I wore 2 of them today, and I love it. Like I'm still a year and 3 months later falling in love with these products. So fast forward or back up whenever I'm starting my team, and eventually within 6 months, the commission checks started to replace the checks that I would get for nursing. So for being a nursing nurse. So then I was like, okay, I got to start taking this seriously. I have to focus on what is this all about. And I went to seminar, and seminar is like once a year what SeneGence has, and it was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And at this seminar, I got to take 2 of my team members and then meet hundreds of other women. And it was so cool to see all the different looks and shapes and sizes and personalities that are within this company. And they were so motivating and having such a fun time. It was not competitive. Honestly, when I went there, I was like, this is gonna be like a beauty pageant, because the crown princesses wore crowns, the girls wore sashes for your rankings, and I'm not out into all that. And so I got there and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun, because I thought it was gonna be, comparison and, just people that were ingenuine, and it was not. It was a sisterhood. They all share trainings. So just because you're not on someone else's team doesn't mean that they're not gonna share trainings with you and share what's been working for them in the business. And I love that about it. I thought, it was just the coolest environment. And then to see corporate and to hear our founder Joni's heart was everything that I needed to seal the deal in this company. That, I fall in love with the products, but now I fall in love with the company. And it really is a sisterhood. We drank the Kool-Aid, we hashtag SeneSisters, it's happened. And I am so thankful that I was placed in this company. So, I like I said, I love hearing the stories, and we just heard them. We were at Leaders this past weekend, of women who are up there on the stage and they're crown princesses or they're whatever rank, and they were literally on welfare, food stamps, couldn't make their rent, single parents this time last year. Like, that is what keeps me in this company, is because it's changing women's lives. And if I have something that I love sharing it with everybody and seeing it with my own eyes, that it's literally changing women's lives. That is 100% what I love to hear happening. God is using this company to fund people's dreams. And they're getting to leave their corporate jobs if they don't want to be in a corporate job. They're getting to be stay-at-home moms if they want to be a stay-at-home mom. They're getting to do this on the side if they want to do this on the side. You can make it however you want to make it. If you want a discount just on your makeup, like I think of it like Costco, you could just have a discount on your makeup instead of paying full price, because I'm all about saving money, and that is what you can do, is just a membership, and you don't have to be a distributor and sell it to other people if you don't want to. But I'm just one of those people, I want everyone to know, if I love something, I share it. And you know, Jenny had to tell me something, because I had big insecurities about putting selfies out there, and I had big insecurities about hoping that people would see my heart in this and know that I'm not one of those people that's gonna message you out of the blue that I haven't talked to you for 20 years or 10 years or one, you know, and just say, oh my gosh, you've been on my heart, blah, 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 and then be like, oh, and do you want to meet up? And I'm selling this stuff. I don't want to be that way. And I just knew that if I started this business, I wanted to be able to bless other people, and I wanted to be as genuine as I can, and I want to bless the team that's, you know, under me, and even if you're not on my team, I want to bless you too. So it's been so cool to be able to use what this team has become for all those other things. And it's reconnected friendships, and it's like Jenny had to say to me, get over yourself. And that was really hard to hear, because I said, I'm not one of those girls. Like, I don't want to post selfies. I'll post on my family and friends and all that stuff and doing fun stuff, but I don't post selfies because I didn't want people to think that I thought that I was awesome. That is the bottom line. And so it's one of those things that God was totally stretching me. And Jenny said, it's not about you, it's what God can do through you. And I was like, you're right, Jenny. So she's an amazing leader and has been like so instrumental in this company. And to see her, you know, at these seminars and big conferences, I am so proud that she is my friend and that she's our team's crown princess and our leader. We were sitting at lunch, and she literally, I turn over, you know, I was talking to my friend, and I turn over, and she is laying her hands praying on somebody, praying for somebody at lunch. In the middle of all these, you know, like, she's who she is in whatever environment she's in. And she's so much fun. And so this sisterhood is just amazing. That's why I stay, because I literally have fallen in love with the products. I believe in them, and I just want everybody else to try them. If you want to try them, try the products. And if it's something that you've ever considered doing just on the side or anything like that, like, what do you have to lose? What are you not stepping out in faith? Like God told me that night, like, what are you not stepping out in faith? And just try it. I don't know. And who knows what'll happen. So anyway, that's my why. That's my SeneStory, and I'll update it again in about a year, but that's where I am right now. And I thank you guys for taking the time to listen, and hope I've been a little bit of an encouragement to you. Bye.